So you're welcome once again to my live video. This is Blessed on YouTube, Blessed on Facebook page, wherever you're watching me from, you're welcome. And as you know, you can always subscribe to my page and hit the like button, like the video, share the video. Share the video is very important. You know, there's no point having all this conversation if other people don't get to partake in it. So yeah, share the video and support Blessed on with your thanks, with your stars, with your subscription, however you deem fit, you're welcome. So we decided that we want to talk about Father Mbaka this evening. And Father Mbaka, his Adoration Ministry, and P2B. And Father Mbaka said something about P2B. And ever since he said that thing about P2B, life has never been the same for him and his Adoration Ministry. But prior for him saying that thing he said about P2B, he has actually been meddling in politics and saying things about political outcomes, giving prophecies, quote unquote. It's always been giving prophecies about whatever, and most times it doesn't, maybe it doesn't come how he is saying it, but he has been looked upon that he's giving prophecy, So this time around, he said something about P2B. At the time, the movement is about to take off, and he didn't go down with a lot of people. And since then, all hell has been let loose for him. He has been suspended from his Adoration Ministry. The place was locked down, and since then he was not allowed to practice. So in this video that I'm showing you, I want to replay what he said that triggered the bishop to close down the Adoration Ministry. So let's listen and I will interpret. So he's saying capable people are all over the place. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. He's saying capable people, Juru, there are many here, there are many in Europe, there are many in Abia, and whoever that they are looking for, it is not P2B, that a stingy man cannot be a president of this country. Say we are already hungry, we need a generous person. So he's basically saying P2B, count him out. He's not part of whatever we're saying, that he's too stingy, and the country has already poor people and they don't need someone that will add to it, that they need a generous person, basically. He said Nigerians are hungry. Are we not hungry? Wahala. So, so basically that is what he said that triggered what the reaction we are seeing. But let me see, our brother is asking that what did Father Mbaka say to P2B? What did Obi do to him? I think Obi didn't give him donation. That's just it. Obi didn't give him donation. I used to have that video. He called Obi and he said Obi should give him he persuaded him. He wanted him to give him some money or for something. I think P2B was like he needed to see a project or something like that. Like, that's just what happened. And ever since then, Mbaka took offense to it. At some point he apologized, but that apology did not get down in his it's not coming from how we call it, alobia, from the down of his heart. So now the latest development is that he now came back after the Adoration Ministry is open. He has also said something new. So I want to play that thing he said new so that we can also listen to it.
Onye na-ahụ ọhụ, o nwere ihe Chineke bupere onye ọhụ. Mmadụ nche anaghị ahụ. O nwere onyinye Chukwu nyere onye ọbụla, mana e nwere ndị o nyere. Onye na-ahụ ọhụ, o nwere ihe Chineke bupere onye ọhụ.
So he said that some people are gifted with the gift of dreams and revelation. Not everybody will see. Not everybody have that gift to see and give that revelation. That is, some people are gifted for that.
O nwere onyinye Chukwu nyere onye ọbụla, mana e nwere ndị o nyere onyinye ihe ọhụ.
And he said God gave everybody gift, but there are people he gave the gift of seeing, of I don't know, like to see vision. Yeah.
Amen.
Amen.
Ọ dị ka o si wee dị early morning today, as I was asking God about the adoration ministry and myself.
So he said, as things are now, and then he's talking to God and about himself, about his future, about his adoration ministry.
The Spirit led me into the temple in the presence of the Eucharist. I was asking the Holy Spirit,
so
can you give me a vision?
So, okay, I'm just repeating what he's saying. I don't know if you're hearing anyway. So he's saying that, he was led into the Spirit, into the Eucharist, and he's asking God to give him a vision.
Instead of giving me a vision for the ministry, he gave me a vision for Nigeria.
So he was asking God for a vision for his ministry, but God gave him instead a vision for the whole of Nigeria.
Praise the living God.
Our brother is saying he sees vision, but I bet he didn't see his transfer coming. I don't know whether he didn't see the transfer. Our brother is saying Mbaka Mbaka is bitter and vindictive. I believe he has a personal thing against Obi. I believe so. That's what he used to say during since 2000. He said all kinds of things during the time of Chimaroke. Whoever that refused to pay is an enemy. P2B is not fighting him. Mbaka is fighting alone. So, our brother Felix Egba is saying, this is his own antecedent. He has been doing something like that. Say I hope I disgrace the Igbo. Even Asari is now limping every Igbo together. I remember I used to say that if Igbo people don't distinctively dissociate their identity with IPOB, it's gonna be a mess. I kept saying it. Igbo people should collectively. I kept saying that Igbo is not IPOB, IPOB is not Igbo, but I never saw anybody taking it up and reverberating it and letting it sink into the consciousness of everybody that IPOB is not Igbo. And this is something we have done to ourselves. There was no time that Hausa Fulani assumed the identity of Boko Haram. There was no time the Yoruba people assumed the identity of Yoruba nation. It was just this type of, they lumped Igbo people into whatever they were doing, and Igbo people never redeemed their identity back. And there was no talking point. Instead, you saw our elders, everything. They were like, IPOB is like for their interest, and they were seeking for the release of IPOB people for the Igbo interest. It was like, where did we make the demarcation? Even we that were calling for a demarcation, to a clear demarcation that IPOB is not Igbo, we were being, attacked, and they are looking for their generation to buy. It's true. I mean, this is how I'm seeing it. Anyway, let's continue with Father Mbaka's prophecy.
It will interest you to understand that there are public visions and private visions.
So there are public visions and private visions. Our brother is writing something. Say the overall issue is this, which Igbo or IPOB refuse to understand. Okay, I don't know what the rest of the things you're writing. Yeah, so I don't even know. I was just playing this thing. I don't even know if there is a problem. I think I'll better play some music underneath it.
There are some visions that should not be disclosed publicly.
There are some
And
visions
that should be disclosed publicly.
that's what he means.
Ọ ga-abụ Chukwu kpupe ọ sị gị mee ka mmadụ niile mara. When nke ọ ga-abụ okpukpe ọ sị gị zochie ya.
So he said that there are some visions that God will give you, and He will tell you to give it to the public, and there are some prophecy that God will give you, and He say it is for your own privacy. So obviously this prophecy that he got is for the public.
Obodo Nigeria Captain. Maka ihe banyere election a unu na-etigo onwe unu.
So the public the public this thing he's talking about is because of this election that we are talking about.
Praise the living God.
He said that he got a prophecy for this election.
Okay. Between dream and vision.
So he said when they were showing him that, when he was seeing that thing, he was even thinking it was something that is happening real. It was later he now realized that it's something that happened like in a trance between sleep and vision, dream and vision.
Vision. It is a personal one. Don't disclose it now.
So,
praise the living God.
So he said God told him that this vision is a personal one and he should not disclose it yet.
I am serving the Holy Spirit that reveals the future. Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. He said, me and anybody know the quarrel. Mbaka is not quarreling with anybody. It's when you look for Father. He said, Mbaka doesn't have enemy. He's just saying what God sent him. He's not saying it because he's an ordained priest.
And there's none God has revealed to me that never came to pass.
He said there's nothing God revealed to him that never came to pass.
Completely successful.
He said everything he have already said is always 100%. And I believe so many people will dispute that.
It's an appointed time. That one he revealed is an appointed time.
So this vision is for an appointed time. It's not for him to speak it yet. It's for an appointed time, not yet to be revealed.
I will just give the Nigerians a simple solution.
He said if God did not constrain him, he would have just given Nigerians a simple solution.
It is like many people are wasting their time.
It's like many people are wasting their time. Praise the Lord. You people should not take the word from my mouth.
Even if they are running, they can read it.
And the Lord said to Habakkuk, write it so that even if you are running, you will see it.
Amen and amen.
Amen and amen.
There is a vision for somebody here.
There's a vision for somebody here.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God.
When Joseph had a dream and a vision.
When Joseph had a dream and a vision. If he didn't, it didn't come to pass immediately, but eventually it came.
Put him into the prison.
So it didn't happen immediately, but the revelation of that prophecy put him inside prison. He said, when God said he should not say it, he will not say it.
Because all this while I was like John in the land of Patmos.
I don't know. He said he was in the land of Patmos. I don't know. God was doing things and for his own name. He said, Habakkuk, this mission
must surely come to pass.
This vision must surely come to pass. This vision must surely come to pass.
If it delays,
if it tarries, if it delays, Even if it
but it
doesn't,
must surely come to
even if it tarry, it must surely come to pass. So that's the issue now. you know, so so he came back online and then he started saying these kind of things. And now I hear that he has been suspended. He has now been suspended. Or no, he has been removed from the adoration ministry and taken to the monastery. I think the monastery is like a convent. It's like like a place, like a house where they will just be inside there reading Bible. Maybe they will be the one writing the homilies. I don't know what they do in the monastery. So he will just kind of be in seclusion, not coming out every day. Maybe he will have days that he will come out, but basically he will not be coming to this adoration ground. And they now appointed a new person. So, like I was saying, for me, I know that, like our brother also said, Mbaka has been meddling in politics up until today. So because he said something that is not favorable towards Obi, which is malicious, which is vindictive, everybody knows that he's doing it from his own personal vindication, that Obi did not give him donation during his tenure, even though he tried to persuade him so many times. Obi did not give him that whatever he was asking of Obi. And so he still has it in mind, and now he feels like he can take that revenge on him. And he's not saying that kind of prophecy that Nigeria doesn't need a stingy man. So the stinginess is saying, because you didn't donate to me or you didn't give me money at that time, you are stingy. And so we don't need that stinginess of yours and you. So Nigeria is poor. And so, this is a personal thing between two people. And, because he's a public official and he's a public person ministering to thousands of people, he has a congregation, and this is the tool he uses for his congregation of people who have gone to this kind of to become a priest. They are psychologists, they are philosophies, they have learned philosophy, so they know how to wind people up. So this is what they do, and they know how to play with words, play with your mind. So this is what he's doing, and this is what he has been doing. So I don't understand the energy with which they are kind of coming up against him, because there is also another Reverend Father that was saying something not so nice also, but he has been allowed to go scot-free because he was talking in favor of Obi. So I'm going to play that that
40 something years ago. That is tribalism.
Wait.
For the Northerners, as Igbos have no share politically in the presidency. They must continue to save us. Let me tell you, average Igbo man has human capital, just like our brother Peter Obi.
Wait, okay, you are not seeing it. I'm coming. There are some parts I don't want to play, but sorry about that. So he's saying, let's hear what he's saying again.
And if Peter Obi declared for president, any Igbo man that will put his vote to somewhere, that person must be chased out of this Igbo land.
Okay, so these are priests. This is a Reverend Father also. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he's a Reverend Father. I know, or I've heard that he's a Reverend Father, and just like Father Mbaka. So these are Reverend Father from the Catholic faith who are saying things that are very unchristian, if you may. For example, Father Mbaka was taking his vengeance by himself. Bible says the vengeance is of the Lord, but he's taking his own vengeance by himself, and he's taking it straight to Father Mbaka. Say, you refuse to give me donation that day. Come and go anywhere. Let me see. This is his own personal vendetta. On the other hand, this one is also on the same pulpit saying things that are not nice. And this one is giving a pass, whereas Mbaka is being bullied or mobbed. Where is the fairness there? I don't know. I don't want to play it further because it's a very provocative something. Normally, I would not like to, dwell on things that are provocative and negative like this. I don't want to dwell there because it takes us back. But I'm just trying to give some kind of comparative analysis of saying this is a Catholic priest, this is a Catholic priest. He said this and it was okay, everybody is happy, and there is no retribution for him. He's carrying on in his Bubemonjo, whatever he's doing there. And this one that is also doing the same thing, but unfortunately for him, he's saying it at the wrong time to the wrong person, and he's being bullied, So where is the equity? Where is the justice? So our brother is saying monastery in Catholic means a place just like priest. Oh my God, are you serious? Okay. Yeah, like I said, this is a question of personal vendetta, like I said. And of course, we have seen most times religious and political leaders, they don't really care about the people, even though they play on the emotions of the people. So, it just takes someone that is a little bit thinking, using their mind to realize what is going on, that, they are using you, but they are not really caring about you. So tell me, where is the justice if this man is saying something like this on the Catholic pulpit, and it's not being changed, or his adoration, whatever his, I don't know what his ministry is called, Holy Ghost, whatever, is still open and running, and nobody bothers him. Huh? You know, what is wrong with this one again? Is this a man or a one bingo? What are you doing on my stream? Twa, ihe na-emegbu unu. You know the shame self. You will just still come on public space and be showing your yearness. What it be that self? Emerụ unu ya eme. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still under the whole of the Catholic bishop. So I feel like, both of them have said something wrong. And what is good for the goose is also good for the gander. So if you don't like what he said to Obi, truly, because he's a personal vendetta, you should also not like what this one is saying about people who don't want to vote for Obi, or who may want to vote for other people, because you also want other people to vote for Obi. I'm not going to play this his audio more than this. I think I made my point. Sorry guys, I think I made my point, and I don't know, I just wanted to use it for to compare, not that I want to push any agenda. So at this point now, the Catholic Church should consider what they are doing, if there is equity there, because there are so many pastors that have been speaking in favor of P2B, and nobody said anything. So if one of them just said something against P2B, then let him be. You don't have to mob him. Allow him, because he's not going to stop it. Obi, if Obi is going somewhere, give him that room. Give everybody that room. Okay, you can reprimand him on one basis. Okay, this one you said is not good, and reprimand others that say this one you said is not good. Let there be equity from the church. The church should be able to lead. The church should not be an instrument of mobbing and bullying and so glaringly. There's nothing Mbaka said that is a new thing for him. Mbaka have been meddling in politics is not new. His bishop knows it. Mbaka have been giving prophecy like our brother wrote since the year 2000. In the one before 2015, we all witnessed it. During the one that is happening in Imo State, Ihedioha and Uzodema, we witnessed him. He was meddling in it. He was giving prophecy. You know, so I don't know the big deal now that the bishop all of a sudden now decides to take action. It is unfair. It is very unfair. Go home and tell your mother to shut up. Ewu. It's very, very unfair. And you people are supporting it. You people are supporting it. This thing, I don't see why you people don't have justice in your heart, in your spirit. Why do you support oppression just because you feel it's on your side? You don't love justice. You cry about justice, but you don't love justice. You talk about freedom, but you don't know freedom. You can't give freedom. You don't want people to have freedom. Why? I see a lot of people supporting this move against Mbaka. Why? Allow him, give him the freedom. And the Nigerian state has given him the freedom, and he has been meddling in politics since, and nobody have stopped him. Okay, fine. He has said something unfavorable. Huh? Yeah, he didn't start. If he was starting to meddle in politics for the first time, it's a different thing. But he has been meddling in politics, and it was okay. And did President Buhari not go to his to his adoration ground? I think at a point everybody had to go there for blessings to succeed. Even Soludo went there. I remember very recently. Very recently. So why will the bishop be haranguing Mbaka like this just because they feel he said something that they don't like? He's happy to be, he's a stingy person, and everybody understand from the background of why he's saying P2B is stingy, that P2B didn't give him money. Everybody understand that. It's a personal vendetta between him and Obi. So going after him, knowing that he has a large following, and not going after the other ones that are saying also things that are not nice, it's not good. Exactly. Thank you, Adekran. Either the Catholic Church wants them to talk about politics or they don't. If they want them to talk about politics, fine. If you don't want them to talk about politics, then let them not talk about politics. Fair enough. Because this one was saying very bad things, and nobody has cautioned this man. And nobody has cautioned this man. I think I want to play this video again a little bit further.
Just like our brother P2B, and if P2B declared for president, any Igbo man that will put his vote to somewhere, that person must be chased out of this Igbo.
Okay.
That.
This is also equally not good.
That president is the president. Only Igbo na Korea na asu.
So you understand? So why will this be okay? Why would this be okay? And you are going around looking for Mbaka, and you are not doing anything about this one. Where is the fairness? I'm talking about fairness here. If we want to talk about fairness in the spirit of being fair,
There will be a mass movement, and both the priests,
I'm coming,
bishop, and the political leader will stand and listen. It is happening in Nigeria now. There is a mass movement of angry young people.
Okay.
And this movement, if it is not handled well, will sweep all of us away. I don't care what political party you belong to.
Okay.
Young people are angry.
Is this not a bishop? Is it a Catholic bishop? I think it's a Catholic bishop.
It wasn't the police,
so they are partisan, talking politics.
Of governance. They were only a symbol of impunity.
So this is just for comparison. I think this is a Catholic bishop. I'm not sure. I think he's a Catholic bishop, and he's saying something. You understand? Bishop of Nsukka. Is he Catholic? He's Catholic, right? Yeah. So, they are just there talking. And the other time, there was also someone that was showing in his church. They were showing their church. Their church. There was a display of the Labour Party emblem in the church. Let me see if I can show you guys. Let me see. You can see. Can you see it? So this is a church, and you can see the projection there. So, um, what do you take away from something like this? He's a Catholic bishop. So, what I'm trying to say is, you can reprimand your priest, no problem, because now most people were being partisan in churches. We have seen it. There are people who are giving outrightly telling their congregants what to do politically. We have seen it. So singling out Mbaka because of what he said about P2B is sending a wrong message. It's also vindictive of the church. But if the church wants to correct their priest across board, it is their priest. Normally being a priest is like soldier work. It's command and control. You do what your bishop wants. You go where you are sent. You don't have a say. So at the end of the day, it is his bishop that will decide. So if the bishop allowed him to be doing that, and if the bishop decide to remove him, it's still on his call. I'm just saying that, why are you singling him out? You know? So he has said what he has said, and he still came back and he's saying the one he's saying again. And yeah, it's almost like giving him so much power as if everything he has said in the past came to pass. I don't know that anything that he said in the past came to pass the way he's boasting. I don't know, but I feel like from what I'm looking at, it seems like just because they don't like what he said in that moment, so it's enough to mob him, crucify him. That's wrong. That's wrong. It's either you like what he's saying, or you accepting this is your priest, this is what he's doing. If you want to stop him from being political, stop him from being political, stop him from meddling into politics altogether. But do not accept him to meddle in politics in one way and influence politics one day, and the next day you don't like what he's saying, and then you want to stop him and mob him. There's no fairness in that. He doesn't care now. Our brother is saying, Donatus or Diego. He's saying that Mbaka does not know how that bad politicians have been spoiling our money and people are there. So who told you that he doesn't know? The people that are filled up in his adoration ground every day, they are poor people. Who told you that they don't know? Without poor people, there will be no rich people. The poor give more. The poor give every day. How many times can a rich man come and give you 100,000 naira, for example? Maybe he gives you that once in a year when he has time to come to your congregation, or he sends you a donation once in a year. Eh? You understand? You understand me? So, poor people will gather their Monday student every day. They will be giving their 1,000 naira, 1,000 naira. Imagine when that huge crowd of maybe 10,000 people all give 1,000 every day. That's his cool 100,000 every day. So some people think that because that Mbaka can be exonerated. No, there's no. He knows what he's doing. That's how he's making his money, from poor people. Without poor people, and actually, it's very easy to shut down poor people and say, how much is it because of that your 1,000 naira? Is it because of that your 1,000 naira? That kind of a thing. But when 100,000, let's assume, how we, do the math now. 10,000 people came back and gave 1,000. Do you know how much it's going to be? You know, you understand me? So, they may have one big man. That big man will give them 100,000. Oh, Ogami, they will greet him. But the big man is not going to come back the next week and give them 100,000. Come there and be giving them every week. But every week, from for example, we are just talking about 10,000 people. What about 100,000 people? 100,000 people gather there in different forms or every day in a week. That is cool. 1 million. How many times a week can a rich man give you a 1 million? How many millions can a rich man give you in 1 month? Are you getting me? Exactly. The bishop also need the money. And the bishop also allowed that because if the congregants are going to be what they call them laity, if the laity are want to going to go to, for example, they are wanting to go to Pentecostals, they want to go and join Pentecostal. So what do? You don't allow your flock to go. You have to find what is it that they are looking for in that Pentecostal. They are looking for drama, they are looking for prophecy, they are looking for healing. And then you can also do adoration ministry that mimics everything Pentecostalism, and they are still under your flock. They don't have to leave the Catholic Church and go into Pentecostal. They are going to have that benefit of Pentecostalism right there. And that's you keeping your flock. That is you keeping your people who will make your donation, who will pay into the church coffer. So the bishop also needs some Mbaka. You understand? So that's why, but why do you want to now single-handedly because of this very one? Something that somebody is doing since and he does this one, because it makes it very conspicuous that, okay, so you are now supporting him. You are not supporting him because he didn't say this very one that you want him to say, but others that he has been saying you didn't have any problem. Eh? You understand me? So yeah, they have to deal with the others. So if you don't want your clergy to talk about politics, to give prophecy about the outcomes of election, let every of your clergy stay out of politics and be on the side and do religion and pray for people. So don't let them be involved. So let it be something cutting across. Let the maybe archbishop or the, I don't know, the highest one in Nigeria give the directive, all Catholic clergy stay out of politics, whether you are a bishop, whether you are a reverend, whatever position you are, stay within the clergy, attend to your laity and don't involve in politics. Or if Mbaka said that you reprimand him privately or however and allow him to continue. But you don't take these extreme measures, and then the man said the thing, the warrior, they tell you say that they tell you say you the one way you do, you came again and you were doing it more. So in a way he also pushed the button of his predecessor. But I'm saying that from outsider, if you are looking at the church is supposed to stand for equity. Then where is the equity from the church? Yeah, that's my own. Exactly, for equity and fairness. Either you leave him or either you leave him and let him carry on and you tell him, okay, maybe tone it down, or you stop every one of them. You don't leave the one that is saying something that you like and then the one that doesn't say what you like. Then where is the freedom? You are talking about freedom. And freedom involves freedom of expression. And if he has been free to express all these things all this time, why does it have to stop now? I think that the clergy, the bishop needs to look at what he's doing and try to understand the message he's sending out there to the rest of the population. If you are crying about freedom and you don't understand the basic concept of freedom, someone has the freedom to express themselves. However, you don't have to like what the person is saying. You don't have to like what the person is saying. That is freedom. Today I was in the Bundestag. I was in the Bundestag and I saw a protest. Maybe I can share that video with you guys. There was a protest going on. There was no protest going on, but there was, I don't know if I can call it a protest, but it was kind of a protest. There were people pro-Russian, putting on Russian flag, putting on the Germany used to be a kingdom with a king flag, because if you put the flag of Hitler, you are in trouble. So they put the flag of the king that was before the whole republic started, and they were putting up the flag of Russia. And you all know that Germany officially is pro-Ukraine, everything pro-Ukraine, and they are standing with the US and everything. But these people were standing right in front of the German parliament, German seat of power, the Bundestag, and they were giving a speech, literally against the German government in the very presence of their seat of power. That is the freedom to express yourself. Even though, and there were police standing around, but they were just having that conversation. And people who came to the Bundestag, they were looking at them and listening to them. So you want freedom, but you don't understand the concept of freedom. You want people to talk a certain way. You want people to say some things one way or the other. And then, for example, you see, if people go to Lagos, they are free to mingle, protest, do everything. And there is no problem. Nobody's stopping anybody. You need to understand this is mobbing. I'm not a fan of Mbaka, but I recognize this is mobbing. Either you stop everything overall, or you allow him, you give him the space because he has been doing it. So there's nothing new he's doing. He has not just started this thing. It didn't fall from the sun. This is something he has been doing since year 2000. So it's either you like it or you don't. You don't like it since year 2000. Or if you want to stop this pseudo Pentecostalism in all these our Orthodox churches, then stop it altogether. So yeah, in fairness, in the spirit of fairness and freedom, a kind of command. Yeah, nobody wants people to have freedom. People just want people to say what they want, how they want it. I mean, I want to see if I will send that video so I can share it with you guys. The video I'm talking, like, so you can see like something that the government doesn't really want, but because they are not hurting anybody, they are just there talking. Even though the police is there, they still gave them that freedom to be talking that thing. Even though the government don't like what they are saying, even though the police don't like what they are saying, but they allow them. Eh? I don't even know about their personal relationship, to be honest. I don't. I don't know about their personal relationship. Okay, I'll post this video I'm talking about in another video. And of course, the bishop has the prerogative, but why did the bishop have to act now? That's the question. Why didn't the bishop act since? If the bishop doesn't like him to meddle in politics, how come it's only when he said something against Obi? Why hasn't he said anything since he has been saying things and predicting other outcomes of all these other elections? That is the question. That is the question the bishop has to answer for us. And why is the bishop so intent to mob him into compliance if he has decided to be defiant, when it comes to political, like, of course, like I said it already, that being in the clergy is like being in the military. As a matter of fact, he used to be in the military. As a matter of fact, being in the clergy, originally you had to be a soldier. It was not just something you'll be wearing gown up and down and not doing. Originally, to be a clergyman, you have to be a soldier. You have to be a soldier of Christ. It's not a literal soldier. It used to be a real soldier that would go to war and conquer for Christ and put on the whole armor of God. It's not just West. It used to be armor, that real armor. They will carry it and draw it and fight. So originally, it's just like when people who were civil servants in colonialism, it was like military command and conquer. You do as you're told, and you go there and conquer. That's what it was. Even when, by the time Onitsha fell, everybody, the history is there. The priests were the soldiers that led the conquest of Onitsha. Because people used to think that Igbo land was originally Christian. No, they actually fought. They actually fought to defend, but they were conquered. And so priests used to be soldiers, and they were, you know, to obey their superiors, just like soldiers. And once their superiors say anything, that's command and control. I'm not negating that, but the question is going actually to the superior, to the bishop. So why are you haranguing Mbaka just because he said something against one person? That he said something, not that he said something, it depends. He said it didn't please him, but you could have just ignored him. You could have not made any big deal out of it, you know? Maybe he was thinking, okay, they will come and settle him. They will bring the money that money that Obi didn't give him that time. He wants to collect it now. Maybe if Obi gave him that money now, he will not start singing his praises. That's what he has been doing. It's not a new thing. So why did the bishop allow him to be doing that? Now today they break for the bishop. That's what I'm saying. So you people are talking about freedom. You don't want freedom, actually. You just want to be mobbing people into compliance how you want them. Yeah. Why did he open the I don't know. I don't know. Hello, Jerome. I greet you. Yeah. You cry for freedom, but you don't want to give him freedom. Mbaka said something you don't like. Fine. There is freedom. There's a room for freedom of speech. Allow him. Let him say his mind. Let him say what he needs to say. Let him say what he needs to say. And you have your own freedom. So you stop him because you don't like that very content, even though it's not so different from what he has been saying before. It's just that the object of his attack this time was precious to you. And then where is the fairness? Where is the fairness? Yeah, you are right. Support your own. And that one was also saying something about if you don't support your own, and he was saying it on the altar and it was okay. It was okay. And look at the large population that this Obubemojo was talking to. It's a big deal. So either the Catholic bishop, the Catholic church wants to correct something or it doesn't want to correct it. Like here, if you are working for the state, if you are a teacher, if you are representing the state, if you are someone like a clergy, you are supposed to remain neutral because in your congregation will come people from all walks of life, all political parties. So the state mandates you to be neutral, and because of that, your bishop mandates you to be neutral. You have to be neutral. And if you go and say anything pro anything and the child goes home and tell their parents, anybody goes on and they take it up, you lose your job because it's already in the law. You are supposed to be neutral. And if Mbaka has not been neutral and his bishop has not done anything, so he cannot wake up now because he said something now, and then he can call him in private and reprimand him and tell him to tone down here, between them. But it shouldn't be because he said this specifically, then you start haranguing him up and down and just kind of displaying your lack of equity and lack of freedom in handling things. Yeah, anyway, this is my own opinion. Let's continue the conversation. Umu Bingo, I know you people like to say freedom, but I know you people don't know what freedom is. Now that they are dealing with Mbaka, you love it because you are not the one that is being receiving it. You are not the one at the receiving end. So yes, yes, yeah. And when you are the one at the receiving end, you now cry, oh, they hate us, they hate us, they hate us, they hate us. Because you don't know what freedom means. You think freedom means people to do how you want it, what you want, how you say it. That's not freedom. Freedom is onye biri ibe ya ebiri, biri ka m biri. Ebe bere ugo bere. That's freedom. You are letting be, or you don't let any one of them talk about it. Period. Yeah. So my people, thank you so much. I don't know if anybody wants to come on and add anything. That's basically what I would say. If you ask me, that the bishop should do well and stop this bullying of Father Mbaka. Yeah, he's the superior. Yeah, there's nothing Mbaka has done that is recent, that is new, that is unusual. Mbaka is just doing the same thing he has been doing since year 2000. One of our brothers wrote it here, and it's true. From my own recollection, everybody went to him. He has been involved in politics. It seemed like who he blessed got the blessing, and prospered, and everything was fine. So if
Oyekwebe was the vice president.
so I don't want to like this one now that is teaching this child, oh, that they hate us, how the whole world hate us, how the Nigeria hate us, you allow him to be sowing this kind of division, and heating up the polity, and you are not correcting that, because the church is one body. It doesn't matter where the bishops normally should be, the bishops they will meet and they will have meeting. So yeah, if anybody wants to add anything to the conversation, you can come on now. Otherwise, I think I will close the stream. I've said everything I wanted to say. Yeah. Yeah. So people can criticize it, people can say, Mbaka, this one you said you did not say it well. And I don't know whether P2B responded to him or not, whatever, whether he reached out to him or not. I don't know anything about them. I'm just looking at it from what I'm seeing. The link is there. Click on the link so you can join. If you want to join, click on the link so that you can join. Yeah, so I don't know, nobody's coming on. Yeah. Me, I don't even know the relationship, whether they have relationship or they don't have relationship. I'm just looking at it, you understand, from the merit of it, and I don't even know, if that large population that is following him, will I don't know. I don't know. Like most of these clergy, for example, like this one, Father Ebube Mo, so I don't know. I think Soludo also went to see him, just like Peter Obi also went to like you. They will go to their ministry. Why? Because they have a large population, and if you are in politics, you need people with a large population, because that they need to influence. You just click on the link and follow, and write your name, and enable your mic and your cameras. You will come on. Today is the German reunification. So and it's public holiday. Germany was split after the war, and they had East and West. You know the story. So in 1991, there was unification of the East and West Germany. They became one country again. And today, every 3rd of October, is a public holiday. It's almost like our Nigeria independence, and their own is reunification. Tag their Deutsche Einheit. Yeah. So we just kind of went to the capital city center, and went around and see all what is going on for the for the day. And there's a lot of festivities and things going on. Oh, it's requesting laptop. It's not requesting laptop. It's just requesting your camera. If you have a telephone that has camera, you just say yes, allow the camera to connect. Yeah. So yeah, maybe I will post some of the video, and what the man was saying is basically saying the people that were there were a lot of people protesting. There were some group of protests. People were protesting also the corona, because we are still wearing masks in public places. And people were protesting about that also, and people were protesting about what is going on in Russia and something like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's either they leave. I'm sorry, I don't know. Maybe it's your phone. I don't know. because this is the only way you can come in if you click on the link. And normally it works. I don't know why it doesn't work. Yeah. So my people, thank you so much for your time. I will leave this video here. By the grace of God, we'll see us again tomorrow or some other time. Bye for now.